Turn your special little girl into a princess with these adorable princess capes. Her imagination will leap and dance in these dreamy reversible capes. In the instructions for the cape, you will receive a multi-sized hood and neckline opening. But for the demonstration, I will be working in half scale. For the reversible cape, you will be repeating this process for the second fabric. What we're going to do is align the selvages, and remember I'm working in half scale. I'm also using the yardstick compass, so place the point holder end on a yardstick and also the lead point holder. I have pre-marked on the fold a pivot point, and now I'm going to put firm pressure on the lead end and mark a half circle all the way around to complete one of the layers of the cape. Again, I would repeat this process for the second layer, and after completing the pivoting and marking, I also will place the hood pattern along the straight of grain, and also I'll be cutting out a set of ties. After your marking is complete, cut out your half circle. I have completed cutting out my circle. Now I need to use the neck opening pattern. I am going to be aligning the pivot point on the earlier pivot point marking, and I'm going to mark the center back, and I would cut the neckline out. I have completed cutting out the neckline opening. I've placed a few pins along what would be the center front, and now I need to cut open the center front and give it a nice clean cut. So I create the opening for the cape, and again I would repeat this process for the second layer of fabric. Now it's time to create the ties. The ties are cut 2 inches by 15. Remember, I'm working in half scale. I have tapered one end of the tie strip, and I'm inserting it into the 1-inch bias tape maker. I'm going to thread with a needle through the opening of the 1-inch bias tape maker until the tip of the fabric comes out, and then I will press, and I will slide the bias tape maker until I have completed pressing the full length of the tie. At the straight end, I would sew a small seam, and then I would turn my tie right side out, inserting all of the raw edges to the interior of the tie, and then I would edge stitch to complete my ties. Here's the front of my cape, and I have clean finished the edge, either serged or zigzag. Now it's time to attach the ties. I'm going to place the tie a 1/2 inch down from the center front neck edge and pin in place. And now I'm ready to construct the hood. So the center back seam of both the main fabric and the reversible fabric on the hood sections. Turn one hood right side out and insert it into the main hood section. And what we're going to do is align these raw edges and sew the center front edge of the hood. Again, pressing as you go. Now we're going to turn the hood right side out and edge stitch the center front edge. Also, I would baste the base of the hood layers together. Here's my completed hood, and now I'm going to attach it to the cape front. I am aligning the center back seam with the earlier marking that I had made, and I'm going to pin baste it in place, and the center front edge of the hood I'm going to pin a 1/2 inch in from the center front edge. Ease in the rest of the hood around the neckline. On this side, I have basted the hood to the cape. Next, we'll sandwich all the layers together. Now it's time to sandwich all the layers together for the cape. I'm going to align the center back marking of the interior cape to the center back marking of the exterior cape. Everything's lining up, including the hood on the center back. And again, pin all of the layers together, creating a little sandwich of the hood between the two cape layers. And next, sew the neckline edge. This sample shows that I have completed sewing the neckline edge, of course pressing as you go. And now we're going to wrap our seam allowance to the lining side of the cape, and we're going to sew each of the center fronts to complete the center front edge. Here is my full scale cape. After sewing the center front, turn it right side out and press up a 1/2 inch hem on both the exterior and interior layer and edge stitch. Then the final stitching is to edge stitch the center front of the cape, and your cape is complete. Create this shimmery reversible princess cape and get ready to make your little princess leap and twirl with make-believe.